अरिंदम आदक मुझे अच्छा लगा। कम दिख रहे हैं यहाँ के प्रचार में, थोड़ा बिजी है। और मैंने बोला भाई आपका दर्शन कम हो रहा है, क्या करें।
जय श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह, जय जय नरसिंह। प्रहलादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग। श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह, जय जय नरसिंह। प्रहलादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग। श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह, जय जय नरसिंह। प्रहलादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंग। तब कर कमल बरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंग। दलिता हिरण्य कशिपुर तनुभृंग। केशवधृता नरहरि रूप, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। तब कर कमल बरे नख मधुत श्रृंग। दलित हिरण्य कशिपुर तनुभृंग। केशवधृता नरहरि रूप, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। तब कर कमल बरे नख मधुत श्रृंग। दलिता हिरण्यकशिपुर तनुभृंगा केशवरिता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव केशवरेता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरि 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 जय नरहरि जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग गौर हरे निताय गौरांग गौर हरे जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन जय सचिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे, जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे। गौर 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 हरे, गौरा गौरा गौर हरे, गौरा गौरा गौर हरे, गौरा गौरा गौर हरे। हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल।
जय राधा पार्थ सारथी राधा पार्थ सारथी राधे राधे। जय ललिता विशाखा ललिता विशाखा ललिता विशाखा जय ललिता विशाखा। जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण मन हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण मन हनुमान। ये खोल दो ना, खोल दो, क्या करोगे? खोल दो। जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण मन हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण मन हनुमान। जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय। जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज। आपका आता है मित्र को बजाना आता है? जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा बोलो 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा ओ निताई गौरांग ओ निताई गौरांग गौर हरि ओ हरि गौर हरि ओ निताई गौरांग गौर हरि ओ जय प्रभुपाद ओ जय प्रभुपाद ओ जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद ओ जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma Vandamo Savadana Madhe Vandamo Savadana Madhe Jara Prasade Bhai Evavatari Adha Prasade Bhai Evavatari Adha Krishna Prabhu Haja Haja Krishna Prabhu Haja Haja Guru Mukha Padmavaka Chirada Kariyaka Guru Mukha Padmavaka Chirada Kariyaka Ratnakar Asa Ratnakar Asa Shri Guru Charana Ese Uttamagate Shri Guru Charana Ese Uttamagate Se prasade pure sarvasa Se prasade pure sarvasa Shakudan Vilate Janme Janme Prabhu se Shakudan Vilate Janme Janme Prabhu se Diya Gyan Vide Prakashita Diya Gyan Vide Prakashita Prema Bhakti Chaude Avidya Vinasatane Prema Bhakti Chaude Avidya Vinasatane Vendeka Sahara Sarita Vendeka Sahara Sarita Shri Guru Karuna Sindha Ramadana Ramana Shri Guru Karuna Sindha Ramadana Ramana Lokana Lokana Devana Lokana Lokana Devana Prabhu Kara Daya Re Hamare Parataya Prabhu Kara Daya Re Hamare Parataya Emita Kusukri Bhavana Emita Kusukri Bhavana Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Gauravani Macharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashadyade Satarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Gaura Bhakti Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Gaura Bhakti Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karamare To Toma bina hai dayalu jagata samsara Patita bhavanahita Tavavatara Mosama Vadhita Prabhu Navai Behara Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripabalakana Gaura Namibaraduke Daya Kara Sitapati Adeta Gosa Tava Kripa Bhaleva Chaitanya Nidhan Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunatha Bhakta Shuga Siddhiva Prabhu Lokanatha Loya Kara Siyacharya Prabhu Srivas Rama Chandra Sangamaye Narodamara Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Ora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaur Hariva, 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 Nitya Gaur Hariva. Jai Gaura Nitya, Gaura Nitya, Gaura Nitya, Gaura Nitya. Radha Parasari, Radha Parasari, Radha. Jai Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman, Jai Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Stotara Sarshi Shimate Dandi Goswami Abhay Chandravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharya Stotara Sarshi Shimate Dandi Goswami Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Founder Acharya ISKCON Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai Sri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Sri Upaldas Raghunath Sat Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai Prem se kaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyama Kundara Kunda Gi Govardhana ki Shri Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Jagannath Puri Kshetra ki Tulasi Devi Bhakti Devi ki Gangamai Yamunamai ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Brahmridanga Book Distribution ki Shri Gaur Purnima Maha Mahotsava ki All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. Jaya Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Jaya Srila Prabhupada.
सब लोग मेरे साथ पढ़ें। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धापूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपने चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आँखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतितात्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
हरे कृष्णा। अभी क्लास होगा ऑडिटोरियम में, तो सभी भक्तों से अनुरोध है कि आप ऑडिटोरियम में जा सकते हैं।
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय।
Hare Krishna. So we welcome His Holiness Bhakti Ratnakar Ambarish Maharaj. Hari Hari Bol. We are very fortunate. We are going to hear the sound, nice vibration, Bhagavad Puran and Gaur Katha
Hari Bol.
from His Holiness. Hari Hari Bol. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Madhava Kunj Bihari
Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Madhava Kunj Bihari
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari
Yashodanandana Vrajajanarangana
Yashodanandana Vrajajanarangana
Yashodanandana Vrajajanarangana
Yashodanandana Vrajajanarangana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jai Gaur Hare Ram Hare Ram Jai Gaur Hare Ram
Hare Bol Hare Bol Hare Bol
Jai Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Jai Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada
Shri Gaura Purnima Mahamotsava Ki Grandara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Grandara Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Grandara Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled Jai Shri Shri Raghuram Jai Shri Shri Krishna Swami verse is that? Adilila, chapter 4, verse 41. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we will read from Adi Lila chapter 4, the confidential reasons for appearance of Lord Chaitanya, verse 41. Imata bhakta bhava kari angikara. Imata bhakta bhava kari angikara. Apani achari bhakti karila prachara. Apani achari bhakti karila prachara. E matta bhakta bhava kari angikara. E matta bhakta bhava kari angikara. Achari bhakti karila prachara. Matta bhakta bhava kari angikara. Avani achari bhakti prachara. Matta bhakta bhava kari angikara. Mataji's. Achari bhakti karila prachara. Matta bhakta karila prachara. Imata, like this, bhakta bhava, the position of a devotee, kari, making, angikara, acceptance, apani, himself, achari, practicing, bhakti, devotional service, karila, did, prachara, propagation. In this way, assuming the sentiment of a devotee, he preached devotional service while practicing it himself. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. When Rupa Goswami met Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Prayag, Allahabad, he offered his respectful obeisances by submitting that Lord Chaitanya was more magnanimous than any other avatar of Krishna, because he was distributing love of Krishna. His mission was to enhance love of Godhead. In the human form of life, the higher achievement is to attain platform of love of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya did not invent a system of religion, as people sometimes assume. Religious systems are meant to show the existence of God, who is then generally approached as the cosmic order supplier. But Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's transcendental mission is to distribute love of Godhead to everyone. Anyone who accepts God as the Supreme can take to the process of chanting Hare Krishna and become a lover of God. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya is the most magnanimous. This munificent broadcasting of devotional service is possible only for Krishna himself. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya is Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has taught the philosophy of surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who has surrendered to the Supreme can make further progress by learning how to love Him. Therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement propagated by Lord Chaitanya is especially meant for those who are cognizant of the presence of the Supreme Godhead, the ultimate controller of everything. His mission is to teach people how to dovetail themselves into engagements of transcendental loving service. He is Krishna teaching his own service from the position of a devotee. The Lord's acceptance of the role of a devotee in the eternal form of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is another of the Lord's wonderful features. A conditioned soul cannot reach the absolute personality of Godhead by his imperfect endeavor, and therefore it is wonderful that Lord Sri Krishna, in the form of Lord Gauranga, has made it easy for everyone to approach him. Swarup Damodar Goswami has described Lord Chaitanya as Krishna himself with the attitude of Radharani, or a combination of Radha and Krishna. The intention of Lord Chaitanya is to taste Krishna's sweetness in transcendental love. He does not care to think of himself as Krishna, because he wants the position of Radharani. We should remember this. A class of so-called devotees called the Nadia Nagari or Gaura Nagara pretends that they have the sentiment of gopis towards Lord Chaitanya. But they don't realize that he has placed himself not as the enjoyer Krishna, but as the enjoyed, the devotee of Krishna. The concoctions of unauthorized persons pretending to be bona fide have not been accepted by Lord Chaitanya. Presentations such as those of Gaur Nagaris are only disturbance to the sincere execution of the mission of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is undoubtedly Krishna himself, and he is always non-different from Srimati Radharani. But the emotion technically called Vipralamba Bhava, which the Lord adopted for confidential reasons, should not be disturbed in the name of service. A mundaner should not unnecessarily intrude into affairs of transcendence and thereby displease the Lord. One must always be on a guard against this sort of devotional anomaly. A devotee is not meant to create disturbance to Krishna. As Srila Rupa Goswami has explained, devotional service is anukulyana, or favorable to Krishna. Acting unfavorably toward Krishna is not devotion. Kamsa was the enemy of Krishna. He always thought of Krishna, but he thought of him as an enemy. One should always avoid such unfavorable so-called service. Lord Chaitanya has accepted the role of Radharani, and we should support that position, as Swarup Damodara did in the Gambhira, the room where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in Puri. He always reminded Lord Chaitanya of Radha's feeling of separation as they are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Lord Chaitanya appreciated his assistance. But the Gaura Nagaris, who place Lord Chaitanya in the position of enjoyer and themselves as his enjoyed, are not approved by Lord Chaitanya or by Lord Chaitanya's followers. Instead of being blessed, the foolish imitators are left completely apart. Their concoctions are against the principles of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The doctrine of transcendental enjoyment by Krishna cannot be mixed up with the doctrine of transcendental feeling of separation from Krishna in the role of Radharani. Imata bhakta bhava kari angikara apani achari bhakti karila prachara. In this way, assuming the sentiment of a devotee, he preached devotional service while practicing it himself. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnanjana Salakaya Chakshuram Miritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stabhidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudha Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Sham Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Badam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Shyam He Krishna Karuna Sindha Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namos Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatyade Satarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today we are celebrating our most cherished festival of Gaur Purnima. Also today is a full lunar eclipse. Not in India, but it's in this universe. It has influence all over the universe. Lord Chaitanya also appeared, and it was lunar eclipse at that day. And everybody was chanting the holy names. Otherwise, Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that nobody in Navadvip was chanting the holy name. Only on the day of lunar or solar eclipse they were chanting the holy names. So even his appearance was showing his mission. He came to spread pure holy name. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining that he combined together holy name and Krishna Prema. He made a garland of the holy name and Krishna Prema, and he put this garland on this planet Earth. Yes. So he make it easy to get Krishna Prema just by chanting pure holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada is always stressing that it is important, the quality of chanting. He is explaining this in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 8, Prayers of Queen Kunti, text 26. Janma Ishvarya Shuta Shibir Eddhamana Madapumanna Evratya Vidatumai Tvama Kinchana Gocharam. Queen Kunti is saying that only a Kinchana can approach the Lord very easily. Those who are very proud with their Janma, Aishvarya, their Shruta, learning, with their Shri, with their beauty, they are not able to sincerely approach the Lord. And in the purport to this verse, Srila Prabhupada is saying that very important is the quality of chanting. So we should not chant like robot or like parrot. We have to chant with love. Krishna likes when somebody is chanting his holy name. So we can please him by pure chanting. But Srila Prabhupada is saying that even if one is chanting Nama Aparat, he has continued to chant. This is Canto 6, Chapter 3, verse 24. Yes, 24 or 25. In the purport to this verse, Srila Prabhupada is saying that even if one is chanting Nama Aparat, he has to continue chanting, because if he will continue to chant, after some time, he will chant without offenses, he is saying. There is a mercy of the Lord. If someone is sincerely trying to chant, even if he is unconsciously committing some offenses, the Lord is so merciful that he is given an opportunity to chant without offense to such a sincere soul. So we should not stop at any point our chanting. We have to continue chanting. Anyway, we should chant. But we should try to avoid offenses. And there is a science of chanting of the holy names. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is describing this science in the Harinam Chintamani, Bhajan Rahasya, and many other books. He is describing this great science, how one can achieve the pure holy name. And in his prayers, Lord Chaitanya came and he is spreading this pure holy name, and I fall down at the feet of Lord Chaitanya and I prayed for the pure holy name, and Lord Chaitanya gave me pure holy name, he is saying in this bhajan. Yeah? So Guru Govinda Maharaj has recommended to chant this prayer before Gaur Nitai. He was saying, anytime you are coming for Gaur Nitai, you should chant this prayer. Only thing you should ask from the Gaur Nitai is pure holy name. Because by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, Krishna Prema is combined together with this pure holy name, so we can achieve Krishna Prema just by chanting pure holy name. And Lord Chaitanya, he is showing special mercy to the most fallen. Patita pavana hetu tava avataram mosama patita prabhuna payabhara. So what is the qualification to receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? This is a question. What is the qualification to receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? Yes, one should genuinely feel that I am very fallen. We cannot be most fallen. We are not most in anything. But at least we should feel that we are very fallen. If one thinks that I am very advanced, very, very advanced, so will he get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? No, he will never get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because Lord Chaitanya came to save the most fallen. And if someone is proud of Lord Chaitanya, but one has to genuinely feel that I'm very fallen. So one don't have to make shows that he is advanced. There is no need. Just one has to feel that I'm very fallen and I actually need this mercy. Laulyam, tatra laulyam eklam mulyam. Yeah. Srila Rupa Goswami is saying that the only qualification to get this mercy is laulyam, great desire. And he is discussing how to get this great desire. And he is saying, Janma kori sukritar nalabhyate. If one performs austerities, one performs different pious activities for millions of lives, he will not get this desire. And how one can get this great desire to receive the mercy of the Lord, to achieve the Lord? What Rupa Goswami is saying, what is the process of developing this laulyam? Yes, one should associate with those who already have this laulyam, who cannot live without lotus feet of the Lord. There are devotees who cannot live without lotus feet of the Lord. And if we are approaching the fire, we will also become fired up, yes? So, we should find the person who cannot live without service of Krishna, without lotus feet of the Lord. By association with such a person, we also will become fired up, we will get this laulyam. I want to satisfy the Lord, I want to satisfy Guru and Krishna. And it's only price, Rupa Goswami said, it's only price one has to pay to enter the kingdom of God, Lauryam. So, today we can pray to the Lord that I'm very fallen, I don't have any chance, please give me this good association where I can become fired up and I can get this Lauryam, great desire to serve the Lord. Then it will be easy for us to make spiritual progress. Otherwise, if we are just satisfied with mechanical chanting, with nama parat, what will be the result if we are just doing mechanical chanting, nama parat, and we don't aspire for more? What is the result of offensive chanting? Yes, one can continue to chant for millions of lives. Yes. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that for millions of lives one can chant Namaparat and he will not achieve love of Godhead. So one should not be satisfied with just some mechanical chanting. One should aspire for more. One should pray for the pure holy name. One should make effort to get rid of all offenses. So, enthusiasm is a key factor on the path of spiritual progress. Rupa Goswami is saying this. So we have to be enthusiastic for spiritual things, for chanting, hearing, coming to the temple, doing some service. Then very easily we will make spiritual progress in our spiritual life. And we should lose all enthusiasm for material engagements. In this way, Lord Chaitanya is giving his mercy. So, today is Gaur Purnima, and Lord Chaitanya performed many wonderful pastimes. He distributed holy name all over South India. He was traveling for many years and distributing this Sankirtan movement. First he wanted to test the power of holy name. There is one story, unfortunately I don't remember the source. I heard this story from the class of His Holiness Bhakti Maharaj. Lord Chaitanya wanted to test, when he started distribution of the holy name, he wanted to test the power of the holy name. So he went to one village and he saw a washerman washing the clothes on the bank of some river or lake in this village. And Lord Chaitanya wanted to ask him to chant. So he came closer to this washerman, and washerman he saw behind was some sannyasi, and he understood now he will ask for something. So he did not pay any attention, he continued to wash the clothes. So Lord Chaitanya was trying to attract his attention, so he pushed him a little bit. "Oh, gentleman, I want to ask you for something." And the washerman said, "I don't have anything. Don't disturb me." So Lord Chaitanya said, "Oh, that he has to wash the clothes." He threw it away. And he started to chant, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." He completely forgot about his job. He was just dancing, chanting on the bank of this lake. And time came for the lunch. So his wife, she brought the lunch because she did not want him to go back to the village to take time. So she brought the lunch, but she saw that he is dancing, chanting. He completely forgot about his job. And she was looking very interesting. Maybe he got nuts, so she ran to the village. She said, "My husband became crazy, please help me, please help me." So many villagers, they came to the bank of the lake and they saw he's dancing, chanting like mad. So one man, very strong, he decided to stop him. He came closer. As soon as he touched his body, he started to chant, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." Lord Chaitanya was watching from a distance, and then other man was trying to stop them. He also started to chant. Then all village started to chant. So Lord Chaitanya, he understood, yes, the process is working. Now I can go to the next place. In this way, Lord Chaitanya traveled all around South India, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing that anyone who saw him, his beauty, anyone who heard how he is chanting, became filled with love of Godhead. And for some time, Lord Chaitanya was allowing these persons to follow him. Then he was telling, "Jaridako tarekaho Krishna upadesh, amara gaya guru vana taredesh." Come back to your village and spread this. So when this person was coming back to his town or village, everyone who saw him, who was hearing how he is chanting, also was filled with love of Godhead. In this way, Lord Chaitanya inundated the whole, at least South India, which places he traveled, he inundated with love of Godhead. And Lord Chandas Thakur in Chaitanya Mangala is saying that when Lord Chaitanya created this inundation, many people were drowning in this inundation. But there were some, they were trying to escape. And even some, they ran away to in western direction, he's saying. And Lord Chaitanya is saying in Chaitanya Mangala, is saying that finally, I will catch these people also. I will send my Senapati Bhakta. And he will go to these places, to every town and village. Yes. Prithivite achiyata nagara digram sarvatra prachara hoibam naranam. And he will spread this holy name. So Srila Prabhupada made it through this prediction of Lord Chaitanya. He traveled 14 times all over the globe. But he did not visit all the villages and towns, so he left some service for us also. There are many villages in which they don't know anything about Lord Chaitanya. Even in Delhi, if you will go on the streets, many people, they don't know about Lord Chaitanya. What to say about villages? So we have a lot of service ahead of us. 8 billion people are there in this earth, and only 600 million books are distributed. So a lot of service is there. At least for the rest of our life, we will have enough service to preach. Lord Chaitanya gave an order that I give an order that everyone should accept Krishna consciousness and preach it all over the world. Yes, he is saying this in Adi Lila. So we should follow this order, and then we will get the mercy if we are participating in this great mission of Lord Chaitanya by spreading the holy name of the Lord. Recently, my friend, he went to North Africa. Every year he was coming to Morocco. He was distributing books there. He likes this country. Before Krishna consciousness, he was catched by police and he stayed in the jail in Morocco. So he said, now I am not afraid any punishment in Morocco, so I will go there to distribute books. And every year, for many years, he was going to Morocco. And this year he decided, maybe I should also go to neighboring countries. So he went to Tunisia. He distributed books there. And every person who is taking the book, he is asking them to say Hare Krishna. First he is saying them, Salam Alaikum. They are saying Salam Alaikum, then he is saying Hare Krishna. And they are repeating after him Hare Krishna. He sent me many, like 100 videos. They are saying Salam Alaikum, then they are saying Hare Krishna. So he went to Tunisia and he found out that people are quite favorable. They are taking books. So he decided, let's go to Egypt. So he went to the capital of Egypt, this Cairo, yes. And he found out that people are very favorable there also. So for a few weeks, he was distributing books in Egypt. So Lord Chaitanya has a plan for every place. We just have to become his instruments. He predicted that in every town and village the holy name will be chanted. One devotee, he went to one Arabic country and he wanted also to distribute Hare Krishna mantra, and he decided, let's put advertisement. So he went to the bus, where the buses are going out, yes, to the boss, and he said, I want to put advertisement on every bus. So the boss said, do you have money? He said, yes, I have money. Okay, write your advertisement, and he has written Hare Krishna mantra in Arabic, and he paid for advertisement. So next day, all over the city, buses were going with the Hare Krishna mantra. And the people were reading very strange advertisement. Hare Krishna, they have big programs, like they are renting big halls and 10,000 people are coming for kirtan. They have huge kirtan. They are inviting devotees from Russia to chant. And some devotees are coming to Pakistan to chant the kirtan with big crowd. So, Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, they are going even now. Lord Chaitanya did not finish his pastime. This Sankirtan Lila is going on. We can just participate. It's a very rare opportunity because Lord Chaitanya is coming only one time in the life of Brahma. In the millions of years, he is coming only one time himself. In other yugas, his expansions are coming. He is coming only one time. So we are so fortunate that we have been born just at the time where Lord Chaitanya is performing his Sankirtan Lila. So we should just join it and get the full mercy. And Lord Chaitanya is the most merciful. Krishna put a condition, sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja ham tvam sarva bhavavyom mokshayishyami mashacha. Only if you will surrender completely, I will accept you, yes. I will get rid of you of all sins. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is not putting this condition. He is saying just join and chant and dance. So, he is most merciful. We should join and enjoy this pastime. Hare Krishna. So, Srivas Prabhu is here. Some questions, yes?
Maharaj, thank you, Maharaj, for a very inspiring class. Maharaj, you said that like only the who has this consciousness that I am very fallen can get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So Maharaj, like I know that I am fallen, but we are brought up in a culture that even though we are fallen, but there is a proudness is there. I'm great like that. So is this consciousness descends by the purity or by hearing we can practice it? Because how to at this stage how this can be, because we know that we have heard and read, we have given lecture also, but when you go in front of the Lord to apply this principle, because I have done something and practically I am doing also, so that proudness actually stops. And then I'm been practicing regulative principle and all this. Now you are telling me that I am fallen. It becomes very difficult to. Is that the consciousness comes by the purity, or how to practice this prayers, Maharaj, genuinely? If you can help us.
Yes, when one attains spiritual platform, he can understand his real size. Yes, 1/10,000th of a tip of a hair. Is it a big size? So, in a spiritual position, one can understand. I'm very, very small. If a wind will blow, I will fly away. So I'm completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Without His mercy, I am nothing, very small. So, as one makes spiritual progress, he comes to this understanding that I am very small, insignificant, and completely dependent. If one does not have this understanding, that means he is not very advanced. Yes, he still has to go long distance. It takes time, yes, because in the material world, even a pauper is proud of his penny. Very proud. I have this penny. So, this is the nature of material world. Everyone is proud of something. But when we are coming to spiritual life, we should understand that it's not a good position for making spiritual progress. Good position is that I'm very small, insignificant, and I need so much your mercy. So, this is a position in which we can get the mercy. Like if you want to get a water in your glass has to be lower than the source of water, yes? If it's up, higher than the source of water, you will never get the water. So one has to come to this position that I'm very low and insignificant, that then the mercy will flow.
Thank you.
Yes.
Maharaj, very inspiring lecture. Thank you very much. Maharaj, what prayers we should do to Lord Chaitanya today on this auspicious occasion? May you kindly repeat? I'll be grateful, Maharaj.
Yes, the only boon we should really aspire is a pure holy name. It's the only means to attain love of Godhead. If we want something very small and significant, it's not very great desire. Of course we can ask if something is there in our heart and create disturbance. Okay, Lord Chaitanya It's very merciful, but we will not receive the greatest boon. If we are asking for some insignificant, Lord Chaitanya will give us this, but we will not get the real jewel. So if we want to get, it's like in the story of Sanatana Goswami, yes? He had this touchstone, and Lord Shiva told to his worshippers that Sanatana Goswami has this touchstone, you can go to him and you can get it. So he came, and he asked Sanatana Goswami, I have heard from Lord Shiva that you have this touchstone. He said, yes, I have. Can you give it to me? Yes, of course. You can take it from this garbage place. It's there. So he got this touchstone and he was very proud. Now I have got touchstone, and he was going away, and he thought a little bit that why he was keeping in the garbage place. Maybe he has something better than this touchstone. So he came back. And he asked Sanatana Goswami, do you have something better? He said, yes, of course I have something better. Can you give it to me? He said, if you will throw away this touchstone into the river, yes, so I will give you. So the man were perplexed. Now I have this touchstone. What he will give instead? Now I will throw it away. In this way we are very attached to some material things, and we are not ready to surrender to get this biggest, yes, greatest jewel, greatest benediction of a pure holy name. But this man at some point he decided, yes, I want something better, so he threw away this touchstone, and Sanatana Goswami gave him pure holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if we want the greatest boon, we have to leave aside our material aspirations, material attachments, then we easily will get this greatest boon.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Nice lecture. Here it is said, E mat bhakta bhav kari angikara. So Lord Chaitanya, in this incarnation, he accepts the position of a devotee. And then he preaches the cult of devotional service. So in Bhagavad Gita, he gives instructions in Bhagwan Bhav, not Bhakta Bhav. In the he's taking the position of the Bhagwan. So people, when he says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Braj, you take shelter, you take my shelter. So in the place of Bhagwan, the Lord instructs. So in Kali Yuga, those people very less intelligent, so they think, who are you to say me, to tell me like this? So Lord Krishna says that this process is not working. So he came in the form of Lord Chaitanya, in the form of a devotee, and then Apani Achari, he himself practices the devotional service and Karila Prachara. And in this way he does this preaching work. And second thing is, the Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri, in the last last 12 years, he practices the Radha Bhav. But this is not for the sake of preaching. This was internal reason of his incarnation. So he was only with a few devotees like Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar, only they could understand his emotions, but this was not for general public. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So now it's time for Srivas Prabhu to speak.
so much.
Okay, so we'd like to thank Maharaj with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And we would like to welcome Srivas Prabhu with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Om Jnanatimirudasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuramitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yukta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunastam Bitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Bitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopita Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavanishwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum lagaite, grim yat krepatama vande, Shri Guru Dinan Taradam, Paramanam Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram, Akanda Mandala Karam Vyaptaina Characharam, Tatpadam Dashitam Yena, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to say a few words in glorification of the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Sri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai Gauranga Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. To benedict the whole world, indeed the whole universe, with his unlimited mercy. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Suryatam Suryatam Nityam Giyatam Giyatam Mudaha Chintyantam Chintyantam Bhaktaha Chaitanya Charitamritam. O devotees, may the transcendental life and characteristics of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always be heard, chanted, and meditated upon with great happiness. There is no moment, there is no time more auspicious, most relevant for hearing the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu other than today. Today, being that auspicious day that the Lord appeared in this world, today, being that special moment that the Lord decided to descend into this universe just to give us His mercy, we should be glad and we should engage our whole day in hearing the characteristics, hearing the pastimes, chanting the glories, meditating on the activities with great happiness about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, chapter 6, verse 44, Uddhav compared the hearing to drinking beverages. He says, hearing the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is like drinking some very, very sweet beverage through the ear. Tava Vikrititam Krishna Nrinam Paramam Mangalam Karna Piyusham Aswadya Tyajante Anyas Priham Jana. Uddhava is saying that, oh my dear Krishna, your pastimes are supremely auspicious for mankind, for the entire humanity, because they serve as an intoxicating beverage for the ears. Anyone who tastes these sweet pastimes of the Lord would immediately give up other desires. So on this auspicious day, auspicious moment, that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in this world, it is our duty to engage this very special facility, the ear, in hearing the glorious pastimes of the Lord. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself said that that ear that does not hear the glories of the Lord is compared to a broken conch shell. So if our ears are not utilized in hearing the glories of Krishna, the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then those ears are nothing but broken conch shells. And what do you do with broken conch shells? They're only good to be thrown away into the dustbin. So therefore, on this auspicious day, it is our duty, it should be our pleasure to constantly hear, chant, and meditate on the characteristics, on the pastimes, on the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, my topic of discussion is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this world to inundate the entire world with his kind mercy. That was the mission. His whole aim of coming into this world is to inundate the world with his mercy. As we just heard from our last speaker, or the comment that was made before the speaker ended his talk, that Krishna came and ordered everyone to surrender unto him. But it was not very practical for the people of Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, people are so stubborn. In Kali Yuga, people are very proud. In Kali Yuga, people are very sinful. And therefore, to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is difficult. So even though Krishna ordered everyone, Sarva Dharma Parityaja, people didn't take it seriously. So the Lord has to think, what is the best way to induce the people? What is the best way to help these fools and rascals to surrender unto me for their own benefit? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thinking like this, he appeared in the form of a devotee, just to demonstrate how to practice, to set an example, to set a standard by which every living entity, especially those in the human form, they can follow and make their lives auspicious. So one of the main reasons for Mahaprabhu's appearance is to taste the names, the sweetness of his own names, and to distribute his own names by setting the example, by chanting the names, by drinking the sweetness of the names, by singing and dancing, by influencing everyone by his own personal example. Even animals. When Lord Chaitanya walked through the forest of Jharkhand, the animals could not resist. They could not resist the sweetness of Krishna's names. They could not resist. They joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in singing and dancing. That indicates that the Lord's mercy was for everybody. Jagai and Madai, they received their mercy. Lord Chaitanya traveled throughout the subcontinent of India, and wherever he went, he gave the mercy. Even Prakashananda Saraswati, the chief of all Mayavadis, he received the mercy along with all his thousands of disciples. So the Lord came to taste the names, distribute the names, and initiate everyone into chanting the holy names. So he came to distribute the mercy. In the Jaiva Dham, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur discusses 3 ways by which the Lord gives his mercy. He mentions Aloka Dana Kripa, when the Lord manifests before a devotee, when the Lord gives his darshan, Aloka Dana Kripa. He also mentions Vachika Kripa, when the Lord gives his words. And then he mentioned Harda Kripa. Harda Kripa is when the Lord enters the heart of a devotee and empowers the devotee. And we can see all these examples. When Bahulaswa and the king of Mithila, and then the Brahmana, the Brahmana in Mithila, they wanted to see the Lord. Lord Krishna understood, and so he traveled all the way from Dwaraka to Mithila to give his darshan to Bahulaswa and Shrutadeva. On the way from Dwaraka to Mithila, news spread, and both sides of the road was lined up with unlimited people, everyone drinking the beauty of the Lord. That is called Aloka Dana Kripa. Seeing the beauty of the Lord, appreciating the beauty of the Lord, drinking the sweetness of the form of the Lord. In Vachika Kripa, the Lord satisfied the devotees with his words. For example, we saw that when the gopis were confronted with that dreadful thought that they were going to lose Krishna, when Akura arrived in Vrindavan on Ekadashi day to take Krishna and Balaram to Mathura, the gopis were very unhappy because they felt the center of their love was being taken away by Akura. So the next morning, the gopis, they form a human barricade. They block the road leaving Vrindavan to Mathura so that Akura will not get a chance to take Krishna and Balaram out of Vrindavan. But Akura was insistent because the king had ordered him. So when the gopis felt that Akura was becoming stubborn, they also became stubborn. They began to heckle Akura. They wanted to drag him down from the chariot because they could not tolerate Krishna leaving them. At that point, Krishna spoke. Krishna said, "My dear gopis, I have a very special mission. I have a very special assignment in Mathura. Let me go. Let me go and execute that mission. I will come back. I shall come back." So when the gopis heard these words from Krishna, they allowed Akura to drive the chariot out of Vrindavan. So it is said those 3 words, "I shall come back," or maybe 4 words, "I shall come back." The gopis accepted those words, that's Vachika Kripa, as the mercy of Krishna. And because of those words, they remain alive. Some acharyas also say the Bhagavad Gita is non-different from Krishna's words. And actually it's Krishna's words. It's Krishna's direct words. It's his own song. So Krishna was thinking of us in Kali Yuga, that without Bhagavad Gita, where shall we be? So therefore, out of his kindness, Krishna put Arjuna in a particular situation that warranted the speaking of Bhagavad Gita. And so today, we are blessed by having Bhagavad Gita. Those are the words of Krishna, and those are the mercy of Krishna. Sometimes I hear people make useless claims. They say the Bhagavad Gita is a book of war. And so they don't want to keep it at home. When we try to distribute Bhagavad Gitas, we get such reactions. That Bhagavad Gita is a book of war. And if you keep it in your house, you will create fights. So therefore, I won't keep Bhagavad Gita in my house. It's a misconception. Bhagavad Gita is the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his words. And therefore, we should embrace it. We should embrace Bhagavad Gita. Because it's Vachika Kripa, is Krishna's own words. And it is necessary for us. And we can see that because Srila Prabhupada translated this Bhagavad Gita as it is, and distributed the Bhagavad Gita around the world, many, many people have become devotees of Krishna. Because Srila Prabhupada is presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is. He's presenting Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. And therefore, anyone who reads Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is bound to become a devotee of Krishna. Because Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to his devotee Arjuna. He spoke Bhagavad Gita to his friend Arjuna. And anybody who reads Bhagavad Gita will also become a devotee or a friend of Krishna. That is for sure. So Bhagavad Gita is not a book of war. It's a misconception. It is Krishna's mercy in the form of his words. The third method by which Krishna gives mercy to the devotee is called Harda Kripa. Harda Kripa means Krishna enters the heart of a devotee, Hridaya. He enters the heart of the devotee and he empowers the devotee to perform miraculous activities, things way beyond his capacity. Just as Brahma, when Brahma was created, when Brahma came out of the lotus flower, he was confused. He was disempowered, being surrounded by darkness all over. But when he heard the sound tapa, and with his great intelligence understood that nothing can be achieved without tapa, without austerity. And so he immediately settled down to perform devotional austerities. And the Lord manifested in his heart. Tene Brahma Hiraya Adi Kavaye. He entered his heart and enlightened him. He entered his heart, empowered him. He entered his heart and gave him the knowledge that he needed to create the material world, the planets, the bodies, and so on. And so Brahma became empowered, and as a result, he could do his service. We also see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted to rediscover Vrindavan. And what did he do? He entered the heart of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. And because he entered their hearts, these wonderful devotees, they were able to bring Vrindavan back to life. So, that is another way the Lord gives his mercy. The Vrindavan we experience today is actually Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, empowered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is their Vrindavan. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also talks about these three methods by which the Lord gives his mercy. He talks about Sakshat, Avesha, and avibhava. Bhakti kripa karena Prabhu etina sarupe sakshat avesha ara avirbhava rupe. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestows his causeless mercy upon his devotees in three features: his own direct appearance, which is sakshat, or personal presence. For instance, during his South Indian tour, he came across this devotee, Vasudev the leper, who came to Kurma's residence to meet the Lord. He had heard about the Lord, and so he came early in the morning to meet the Lord. And the Lord had left, because Mahaprabhu would always leave very early in the morning before sunrise. So when Vasudev the leper came to Kurma's house and was told that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already left, he was so miserable. He began to cry. He fell down on the ground, unconscious. Immediately, Lord Chaitanya could understand that one of his devotees needed him. So Lord Chaitanya returned to Kurma's house and embraced this leper. And when he embraced him, his leprosy disappeared. And he became a very beautiful man. So, this is Sakshat, the Lord's presence. Then we have Avesha. Avesha, when the Lord empowers a living entity. Like I mentioned, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, he empowered them. Even our own Srila Prabhupada, the Lord entered his heart. Krishna entered his heart and empowered him to do what he did. Actually, what Srila Prabhupada has done is only an empowered personality who can do this. It is a fact. It has never happened until Srila Prabhupada appeared on this planet. To take the holy name, to take Krishna consciousness outside of India to all the continents is amazing. But this is possible because the Lord had empowered him. That is called Avesha, Satya Avesha, Satya Avesha, when the Lord empowers a living entity. The third way the Lord blesses a devotee is Avibhava. Avibhava is the manifestations of the Lord. Even though the Lord is not personally present, but his presence can still be felt. For instance, Sachimata used to offer Boga to Lord Chaitanya. And while he is offering and saying his prayers, she will open the eyes and the food is gone. And she was thinking, did I even offer anything? Did I put some empty plates? Then again she will fill the place up and she will want to offer the food. She will close her eyes. By the time she opens her eyes, Mahaprabhu has eaten the food. So, this is Avibhava. Abhivava. It is also mentioned that anytime Srivas Pandit will lead his ecstatic kirtan, sweet kirtans, he would attract Lord Chaitanya. And even though the Lord was in Puri, but everyone would feel the presence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because the Lord is relishing the activities of his pure devotees. And therefore, he becomes manifest to let them understand that he is with them. So it is said that in these three ways, the Lord shows his mercy to different devotees. However, Swarup Damodar is a very intimate friend of Lord Chaitanya. He was called Purushottamacharya. And he used to live with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishwambara Prabhu in Navadvip. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas and left Navadvip, he also decided to go to Varanasi and accept sannyas. And when the Lord had taught South India and then returned, when the news came that Lord Chaitanya had returned from his South Indian tour, many devotees, exalted devotees from Bengal, they all came to Puri to take association, to stay with the Lord. That's the time Paramananda Puri, that's the time Govinda Prabhu, that's the time Kashishwara, and all of these great devotees, they all came to Puri. So, Swarup Damodar came to Puri to stay with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, he said, Krishna Rasa Tattva Veta Deha Prema Rupa Shakshat Mahaprabhura Dvitiya Swarupaya. That Sri Swarup Damodar was the personification of ecstatic love, fully cognizant of the transcendental mellows in relationship with Krishna. He directly represented Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his second expansion. Swarup Damodar was so dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was so intimate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was his we say better half. And we see that in all his intimate dealings, there were just these two devotees, Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Raya. They witnessed all the eruptions of his love for Krishna. They witnessed everything. His mood as Srimati Radharani, they witnessed it. So it is said that Swarup Damodar, he offered a prayer to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in that prayer, he expanded the Lord's mercy into 10. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the Lord presents his mercy to the devotees in 3 ways. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says also in 3 ways. But Swarup Damodar says the Lord's mercy is manifested unlimitedly, and he gave 10 ways by which the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is manifested. So in the Madhyama Leela, chapter 10, verse 111, this prayer is found. Hello dinita kedaya vishadaya pramulat amodaya samyat shastra vividaya rasadaya chitra pito madaya saswat bhakti vinodaya samadaya madhurya mariyadaya Sri Chaitanya daya nidetava daya bhujat amandodaya. The translation is, O ocean of mercy, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let there be an awakening of your auspicious mercy, which easily drives away all kinds of material limitations by making everything pure and blissful. Indeed, your mercy awakens transcendental bliss and covers all material pleasures. By your auspicious mercy, quarrels and disagreements arising among different scriptures are vanquished. Your auspicious mercy pours forth transcendental mellows and thus causes the heart to jubilate. Your mercy, which is full of joy, always stimulates devotional service and glorifies conjugal love of God. May transcendental bliss be awakened within my heart by your causeless mercy. So this is the prayer that was offered by Sarudamdar to Lord Chaitanya, expanding his mercy in 10 ways. Lord Chaitanya is the ocean of mercy. Is the ocean of mercy. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Tam Karunanavam Kalo Api Ati Gudeyam Bhakti Yena Asti Prakashitam. That I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the ocean of transcendental mercy. Tam Karunanavam. He is the ocean of transcendental mercy. And although the subject matter of Bhakti Yoga or devotional service is very confidential, devotional service is very confidential. But because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the ocean of mercy, Tam Karunanavam, he is the ocean of mercy, he has made this confidential knowledge, confidential process of devotional service available for everyone. So in Kali Yuga, which is the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, it is difficult to take to Krishna consciousness. It's difficult to practice spiritual life. But Lord Chaitanya is very skillful. He's so skillful that he brought us a process that attracts the bewildered living entities. So this Sankirtan Yagya, it is the design of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to attract all living entities. And we can see how attractive this Sankirtan movement is. Even people who are against Krishna consciousness, when they see the Harinam party, when they see the devotees chanting and dancing, they somehow or the other also move according to the tone of the music. And sometimes they even participate in dancing. And sometimes they even come to the temple to dance more. And gradually, by dancing and singing, they become Vaishnavas. So this is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If he had not come to establish this process of singing, dancing, and feasting, as Srila Prabhupada has given us. Srila Prabhupada said his movement is very simple. Sing, dance, and feast. Period. Who doesn't like this? Even the laziest man can participate. Just sing, dance, and feast. But that is Mahaprabhu's style. That is Mahaprabhu's strategy. That is Mahaprabhu's secret weapon of changing the demonic mentality of the people in Kali Yuga. And we can see how powerful it is. In fact, I can say that it's a universal principle. In my early days, I used to take care of the Govinda shop and the BBT. So one day, while I was in the shop, a very nicely dressed gentleman, he drove into the compound with a Mercedes Benz, a smiling Benz. And in Africa, West Africa, somebody possesses a brand new latest model of this Mercedes series, you understand he's very rich. So this guy parked his car right in the compound of the temple and walked into the reception. And then because we had advertised in the newspapers, do you want to learn yoga? Do you want to read spiritual books? Do you want to get connected to the spiritual world? We put out those things and people read. And we put the address. So they come. So he had read that article. And he came. He came. I spoke to him. We spoke a lot. And then instantly he registered as a life member. And then he took the beads. And he bought books. And he went home. The next day, he came back. I was wondering whether he's coming back to collect his life membership fees. Or something has happened. He came in and said, gentlemen, when I came yesterday, I didn't introduce myself. Today, I've come to introduce myself. He said, I am a mystic. I have dwarfs in my house. Dwarfs. They are also part of the human species, but they are not easily seen. They are the elements of the earth. We have the elementals of the earth. They are the dwarfs. Elementals of water are the mermaids. Elementals of air, fairies. There are different elements we have. They have elementals. Elementals of fire, they are there. So he said, I have dwarfs in my house. They are more advanced than human beings. They can see into the future. They can prescribe many things. So people keep these dwarfs in their houses and they use them for their mystical things. People come to them, they become consultants, and people come to them, and then they bring their problems, they will ask the dwarves will prescribe what to do, and then they will charge the people and they will collect their money. So this man came back and said, you know, I am a mystic. I have dwarfs in my house. Yesterday when I went home and I was chanting this prayer you gave me, the dwarfs told me they are interested in that prayer. And then the dwarfs told me, you must bring that man who gave you this prayer. We want to see him. So he wanted me to go with him to his house. I was thinking, what is this? I'm preaching to human beings I can see. Now he is taking me to preach to people I cannot see. But anyway, I said I will try. On behalf of Prabhupada, I will try. So I called somebody up over and said, please, can you watch the shop for me? I'm going with this gentleman to his house. I'll be back in a few moments. We went to his house. He has a huge building, 3-story building. He alone and his family. The ground floor is his consultancy. One big room is where the dwarfs stay. And some other facilities are there. So when I entered the reception, I heard some noise in one of the rooms. They were like clapping of hands, jubilation. So I asked him, who are those making the noise in that room? He said, they are my dwarfs. They are welcoming you to this house. Okay, so then he went inside and he came out and said, the dwarfs are inviting you. You should come into their room. I carried my chanting bag. I brought my beads. I began to chant very loudly. That's my only protection. I don't have any other protection. The holy name is a protection. So I walked into his room. I walked into the dwarf's room and I began to chant. And then there was more clapping, there was more jubilation, there was more noise. And he told me that the dwarfs are saying that this mantra is a universal mantra. That the mantra is good for me, who gave the man the mantra. The mantra is good for me, the mantra is good for the man, and the mantra is good for them. So this universal mantra that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has brought for us is meant to change the world. And we have seen how it has changed the world. 50 years ago, 60 years ago, you could not hear of vegetarianism so rampant. 50 years ago, you could not hear of yoga so rampant. Today, it's a common word. Everywhere, in every big city, there are yoga studios. People are practicing yoga. Everywhere, there are vegetarian restaurants, and people are more inclined to vegetarianism than meat eating. How has that happened? It is all because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy. And of course, we can always say, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered Srila Prabhupada to deliver this message of Krishna consciousness to the entire world. And Prabhupada did just that. And as a result, today we are all sitting here relishing Mahaprabhu's katha. Said, let there be an awakening of your auspicious mercy, which easily drives away all kinds of material lamentation. The material world is a place of lamentation. In fact, somewhere Srila Prabhupada writes that this material world is a place of tears. People are always crying because something will always go wrong. Either they lose their property, or they lose their relative, or they go through some very terrible situation. So the material world is actually a place of tears. But those who are ignorant, those who have no information about the spiritual sky, they think this is the best place to stay. That is the gross materialists. They have no idea that there is another world beyond. They think the material world is all in all. But those who are connected to a spiritual program, they can understand that this material world is not the best place for a gentleman, as the Prabhupada often says. It is a place for misery. It is a place for suffering. It's a place for lamentation. And that is what we see. People are always lamenting. They are either hankering or lamenting. That is material life. But as soon as we take to the process of Krishna consciousness, this lamenting and hankering is quenched like fire. And that is a fact. See the devotees, their lives have changed because they are chanting the holy name, because they are hearing Krishna's pastimes. Their minds are no more fixed on this lamentation and hankering. They are just thinking, how can I serve? How can I serve? And by so thinking, they become blissful. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is meant to bring an awakening of auspicious mercy for everyone in this world. And it brings bliss to everyone. In fact, the holy name is none different from Krishna. In the Mandya Lila of Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says, Krishna Nam, Krishna Gun, Krishna Lila, Krishnera Sarupa Sarvachit Ananda, that Krishna's name, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's past, Krishna's form, they are all transcendentally blissful. And if anyone happens to come in touch with any of these, his life will be transformed. And we can testify that. I often say that before I came to Krishna consciousness, I was such a big rascal. In fact, my father, we were always fighting in the house. Because he's the authority, the father is the authority in the house. But as a young man, I never listened to him. Whatever he would say, I would just do the opposite. So I was like an opposition leader in the house. But as soon as I began to read Srila Prabhupada's books and began to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, my whole life changed. Even though I was no more living with them, my father sent my junior brother, who follows me directly, to come to the temple, stay with me for a week to see whether something has happened to his brother or not. So my junior brother came and stayed with me in the ashram for 1 week. And so when he was leaving, I asked him, because he told me that my father sent him. I said, so what is the report you are sending to my father? He said, well, to be honest with you, you are a different person. So he went and sent the report to my father. And my father said, I must appreciate this religious movement. My father said, I must appreciate it because this boy, when he was in the house, he doesn't listen to me. When he was in the house, he was an opposition leader. When he was in the house, he was always giving me a headache. But now, he's a gentleman, and he's leading others. And his own brother has come back to confirm that he's now a saint. This society, this religious movement is very powerful. So he started telling people in the village, if you have a son who is very difficult to deal with, send him to Hare Krishna temple. Anyway, he's late now. He's passed away. But he acknowledged that the Hare Krishna movement, Krishna consciousness, is very potent and that it transforms lives. And I can see it, that in my own life, things have changed. By your auspicious mercy, quarrels, disagreements arising from different scriptures are vanquished. In fact, in trying to come to Krishna consciousness, we're reading so many different literatures, different spiritual texts, and normally they create arguments. Anytime we would meet at a number of friends who were reading different yoga books, we were reading Lobsang Rampa's books, we were reading different kinds of books, and anytime we will come together, there will be argument. There will be fight over what is best and what is wrong. But as soon as I began to read Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada's book, Science of Self-Realization, everything was very clear. And even till today, some of those friends I used to argue with, they even belong to different religions, Islam, Christianity. When we come together, they want to listen to me because they know that what I'm saying is the ultimate truth. In fact, I am on a platform with my classmates and I'm on a platform with my schoolmates. So when there are any philosophical debates or any religious debate, they will call my attention. They address me as His Eminence. They say, Your Eminence, please step in and quench this argument. Because whatever I say, everybody will agree with it. And that is Prabhupada's philosophy, Mahaprabhu's philosophy, teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So, it is said here, disagreements arising from different scriptures are vanquished. This I can say. In fact, even Christian pastors, Muslim evangelists, when we meet to discuss philosophy and Krishna consciousness, they admit that you have the best knowledge. They don't debate. So that is Krishna consciousness. It says, by practicing Krishna consciousness, the heart becomes jubilant. So it's also an aspect of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He makes everyone jubilant. And that is a fact. We can see that when we get absorbed in kirtan, very strong kirtan, we forget about our environment. It is said that during kirtan, one stops thinking. Even japa, when we are doing japa, sometimes our mind is flying here and flying there. But when we do very serious kirtan, the mind is arrested. We forget about our externals. We forget about our body. We forget about our environment. And we are just absorbed in singing and dancing. So that is Mahaprabhu's mercy to the conditioned souls. It brings jubilation to the heart of the living entity. Your mercy brings full joy to everyone. And that is a fact. By chanting the holy name, by practicing Krishna consciousness, by preaching to others, by spreading the message of Krishna consciousness, devotees are deriving so much pleasure from these activities. In fact, those who are very absorbed in preaching activities, they are no more part of this material world because they are flowing in the energy, the spiritual energy, Ladini Shakti. When one is absorbed in preaching, he is playing with the Ladini Shakti. He is no more part of the external energy. So therefore, such a person is full of joy. And that is the experience for those who are very much absorbed in preaching. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is compared to a cloud that pours water on fields of grains, which are like devotees suffering due to the shortage of rain. Separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like a drought. But when the Lord appears, when the Lord is present, when His holy names are chanted, it's like a rain that pours on the dry lands and brings joy to everyone. Your mercy stimulates devotional service. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Bhakta Anugrahaya Kataram Yena Kena Pisatustam Bhakta Datena Shradaya. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always pleased to accept anything given with faith and love by his devotees. He is always ready to bestow mercy upon them. So, by Mahaprabhu's mercy, devotees are eager to render some little service at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, the whole process of bhakti that we are experiencing is part of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If Mahaprabhu had not appeared in this age of Kali to inaugurate this process of chanting, dancing, singing, what else could have brought us joy? So therefore, we have to accept that by devotional service, which is inaugurated by the Lord Himself, we are relishing the benefits of the process of devotional service. Your mercy glorifies conjugal love of God. In fact, we all know that Mahaprabhu's movement is teaching us conjugal love. That's the ultimate. The ultimate. We have sambandhagyan. Knowledge is necessary. Abhideya, the process of bhakti, is important. But the end result of all this is prayojana, which is prema, love of Krishna. So, Mahaprabhu's mercy makes it possible that even a very fallen living entity, by practicing the chanting of the holy names of Krishna, can gradually rise up to this platform of prema. It is a rare occasion. It's a rare occurrence. But it is possible. Otherwise, why does the Lord give us the holy name? The holy name is meant to take us through all the coverings into the spiritual sky where we can experience love with Krishna. So therefore, Lord Chaitanya's mercy is meant to bring about the development of love of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Finally, may transcendental bliss be awakened within my heart by your causeless mercy. May your transcendental bliss be awakened within my heart by your causeless mercy. So, the goal of life is to be happy. The goal of life is to be blissful. Actually, without happiness, without bliss, nobody will do anything. We are all working. We are all engaged in different activities because we are hopeful that we can derive some joy from it. We can derive some happiness from it. The pursuit of pleasure is the driving force in this material world. Everyone is working hard for one reason, in order to get some pleasure. But material pleasure is not sufficient to satisfy the soul. In the Nectar of Devotion, it is said that there are three kinds of pleasures. We have Jada Ananda, material pleasure from the senses. Then we have Brahma Ananda, pleasure that is derived from the impersonal Brahman realization. And then we have Premananda. Premananda is love of Godhead. Only the devotees, they can experience this Prema Ananda. The materialists, they can experience this limited amount of pleasure called Jada Ananda, which does not satisfy the soul. And so, they have to engage in different activities. They try this, it doesn't work. They try that, it doesn't work. You just keep trying life after life. We've tried many things thinking it will satisfy the soul, but it will never satisfy the soul. Srila Prabhupada says, material pleasure is just like a drop of water in the desert. The desert's temperature is so high because the sun is shining there very strongly. So if you pour one drop of water there, it evaporates immediately. You need oceans of water to satisfy the desire for water in the desert. So, Jadananda, material pleasure, cannot satisfy the soul. Atmananda or Brahmananda is not sufficient to satisfy the soul. It is only Premananda that can satisfy the soul. And that Premananda only comes about when one engages in serving the Lord, when one engages in glorifying the Lord, when one engages in chanting the holy names of the Lord. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has brought to the world, and he has given it freely. Patra apatra vichar stane. He did not even consider who is qualified and who is not qualified. He did not consider where to give and where not to give. Anybody who came before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was given this mercy. Even a Muslim governor, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to cross from Orissa on his way to Vrindavan, he had to cross the Muslim countries. And so the Mahapatras, they had to negotiate with some Muslim governments for Mahaprabhu to pass. And so Mahaprabhu had to stay near the border of the Muslim country. And people were hearing about this beautiful personality who was distributing love of Godhead He was distributing unlimited pleasure. Anybody who went to see Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu would simply say, chant Hari Hari. And anybody who chanted Hari Hari will fall down. They will fall down in ecstasy. They will shed tears of love. They will roll on the ground. So the news spread. Who does not like good things? The news spread everywhere. And many people from far and wide, they started coming to receive the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to receive this love of Godhead. So the news reached the Muslim king in the other state that these Hindus, they are gathering together to come attack. So we must do something. So immediately, the Muslim governor sent a spy to go and find out what is happening there. So he has to dress up like a devotee with kantimala, with tilak, in dhoti, disguise. And he mixed up with the devotees so that he can find out what is happening. But immediately Mahaprabhu recognized him. He's a super soul. He knows everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate. He knows everything. From him everything is coming. So therefore, immediately this disguised devotee entered into the crowd of devotees. Mahaprabhu spotted him and said, chant Hari Hari. And when he chanted Hari Hari, he fell down on the ground and began to cry and roll on the ground. He was in love of Godhead. And when he woke up, he realized these people are enjoying here and we are suffering there. So he went back to his boss, to his governor, and the governor asked him, so what did you find out? He said, my dear boss, you are suffering here. There they are enjoying. Anybody who goes there does not go without pleasure. There's unlimited pleasure. That is why the people are coming. They are all coming to take pleasure in that beautiful personality of Godhead. The governor was very angry. He said, you are a rascal. I sent you to go and spy on these people, and you are coming to tell me that they are enjoying and I'm suffering. He said, I'm going to dismiss you from your job. Then he called his personal secretary and said, go and find out what is happening. This man is a useless man. He has lost his job already. Go find out. So the secretary to the governor also went, dressed up like a devotee. And as soon as he entered the crowd, Mahaprabhu spotted him. And he said, chant Hari Hari. And when he chanted Hari Hari, he got the mercy of Mahaprabhu. He fell on the ground. He was in ecstasy. He was crying. He was rolling. He got up and he said, my dear Lord, please, can you allow my governor to come and see you? Because he doesn't believe. When the first person came and reported, he didn't believe. But I have experienced it myself. So I want to bring him here so he can also experience it. And Mahaprabhu said, yes, you can come. Let him come, 10 of them. They should come without any sword, no weapons, nothing. They can come. So he ran back and informed the governor, Muslim governor, that you are missing out something here. You must go and experience it. You must taste the nectar that is being distributed. People are gathering there not because of war. They are gathering there because they want to relish the pleasure of seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the governor, he dressed up as a devotee. He put on tilak, he put on kantimala. They all dressed like Vaishnavas. And they went to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as soon as Mahaprabhu saw them at a distance, he said, chant Hari Hari. And as soon as they chanted that, all of them were flat on the ground. They were in tears. They were rolling on the ground. They were in ecstasy. And the king got up and started begging Mahaprabhu, my dear Mahaprabhu, in this life, I'm not very fortunate. I've taken birth as a Muslim. Please bless me. That in my next life, I can take birth as a Hindu so that I can serve you. And Mahaprabhu said, don't worry. You're already blessed. You're already rendering service. You have come and you have got the mercy. I want to cross that area. I'm going to Vrindavan. There's a big river there. I want to cross it. So if you can arrange, get some soldiers, get some people, let them arrange for me to have a passage to Vrindavan. I said, yes, yes, yes. I am your humble servant. Whatever you want, I will do it. And in this way, even Muslims, they all got the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Swarup Damodar is glorifying Lord Chaitanya, that he came into this world to make everybody fortunate. He came into this world to bless every living entity. And so all of us who are here, we are so fortunate. Let us take advantage of this wonderful movement that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has inaugurated over 500 years ago. And Srila Prabhupada has come to make it international. It has become a household word. And as a result, we are all gathered here. Thank you very much. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ke Gauranga! 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 Maybe there are some comments or some questions. There are very exalted people here who can deal with any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj is here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You mentioned that Swarup Damodar gave 3 ways by which we can receive Lord Chaitanya's mercy. So if you could give those 3
I said there is Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. He mentioned 3 ways, but what is the name? Swarup Damodara, he gave 10 different, what do you call it? He described 10 different manifestations of the mercy. One is, he says, Mahaprabhu is the ocean of mercy. He should manifest that mercy for everyone. He says, the awakening of his mercy, his auspicious mercy, drives away all kinds of material lamentation. So that auspicious awakening is what he's asking for. Then he says, his mercy comes in the form of transcendental bliss, and it drives away all material pleasures. Then he says his mercy stops all quarrels and disagreements. Then he says his mercy brings forth transcendental mellows. His mercy brings full joy to everyone. His mercy stimulates devotional service. His mercy glorifies conjugal love. And his mercy awakens within the heart of every living entity that causeless mercy of the Lord. So these are the 10 aspects, let's put it this way, the 10 aspects of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी,
Hare Krishna.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। जितने सुनाया है उससे हम सबको बहुत प्रेरणा मिली है कि हमें हरि नाम में कितना पावर है, हरि नाम की महिमा को कैसे हमें अपने जीवन में लाना चाहिए। तो प्रभु जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। हरे कृष्णा।
So Prabhuji is glorifying you. He is saying that just like you mentioned, he is saying that just like Mahaprabhu, he preached from his own behavior. Similar way, you have preached in your own village, and you have converted so many people into Vaishnavas. So he is really inspired by your behavior and your story, how you preach.
Thank you, Srila Prabhupada's mercy. I always say, if not for Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we will still remain where we were, misbehaving and think we are enjoying. But Srila Prabhupada has saved all of us by spreading the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somehow or the other, we are trying to follow, and the result, we are getting some result. In fact, to the degree that we are following this process of Krishna consciousness, to that degree, Mahaprabhu is blessing us. So, if we accept this process seriously and commit ourselves to it, Mahaprabhu will reciprocate with us in a very wonderful way. So, thank you for your appreciation, but I think Srila Prabhupada and his disciples who took the trouble to travel all over the whole world to make this process of Krishna consciousness available, they deserve our praise. We are just trying to follow the instructions and help others to also get connected. But actually, they have done the yeoman's job. They have done the groundwork. They have done the difficult part. We are just enjoying now. When Prabhupada had to start this movement, it was very difficult. One man, old man, no money, no friends, no acquaintances, nowhere to stay. Can you imagine that? How many of us can do this? When Prabhupada went to America, he was almost like a destitute. He had no place to stay, no permanent place to stay. He had no friends. He has no money. He has nothing. But Prabhupada was very determined just to lay the foundation for us. When I came to Delhi in 1983, I first came to Delhi in 1983. At that time, the temple was in a very small place, a rented place. I can't even remember where. But it was a small place. 84, I came again. It was still in the small place. But then, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, Prabhupada instructed him, the capital of India must have a glorious temple. And there it is, the glory of India, by the singular effort of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And not only that, Prabhupada said he wanted 11 temples in the city of Delhi. He has opened 19 temples. Exceeding the instruction the Guru gave him. That is what a disciple who performs beyond the expectation of the spiritual master. He's a first class, he's a super disciple. That is Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Some of us, when they ask us to do a little service, we are complaining. A little service, we are complaining. But just imagine, Srila Prabhupada in his old age, alone, he struggled for a whole year without support, just to lay the foundation for this international movement. And when Prabhupada brought his disciples from America to India, they were throwing stones at them. They were pouring water on them. They didn't want to see them. They were calling them drug addicts. There was even they performed a Bollywood drama that the Hare Krishnas are drug addicts. And because of that, some countries in the Far East, they don't want Hare Krishna movement in their countries because they saw that Bollywood drama. The Hare Krishnas are drug addicts. That's how we were received in the early days in India. But today, that idea is gone. Now, everybody's accepting Krishna consciousness. Even the Prime Minister himself. How many times he has come here to participate in Krishna consciousness? He was in Karga to open the new temple. And he was so happy to be there. So, the foundation has been laid by Srila Prabhupada and his loyal disciples. And now we just have to continue and spread it and spread it and spread it. So they have the glory. Without them, we will not be where we are today. So let us do our little best so that many more people can get the benefit of this Krishna consciousness. That is a role we have to play. But the glory is to Srila Prabhupada. The glory is to his disciples who sacrifice everything just to make sure that this movement is built on a strong foundation for the future generations to come. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the wonderful lecture. Prabhuji, I have a simple question that even though after listening to everything and listening to Harinam and practicing it daily as well, even though in saying and listening in Shiksha Ashtakam as well that we are saying Harinam but we are not able to feel it and we are not able to understand its value, and still we are taking Harinam but we feel sleepy in Bhagavatam lecture. So how we can develop the interest in Harinam so that we'll not be able to feel like that and we'll be able to progress in our bhakti life as well?
Thank you very much. Very important question. Srila Prabhupada says we have to be patient. Say we have to be patient because we cannot tell how long we have stayed in the material world. And so we have gathered so much dust, so much material covering, that the holy name we are chanting is not bringing us the immediate results as we expect. But we have to continue to practice. Don't give up. Srila Prabhupada says, no matter how dirty we are, so long as we are under the shower and the water is pouring on our heads, with time we'll be cleansed. So, we may not experience the ecstasy of the holy name. We may not feel the desire even to hear. But keep hearing, keep associating the devotees, keep chanting, and keep praying. In fact, I always say that we should pray. Because we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it is characteristic of devotees not to pray. Yeah, very often. We say, okay, we are chanting. Once we are chanting, we don't pray. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is full of prayers. Even Bhagavad Gita, there are prayers. Most of the scriptures are prayers of different devotees. The songs we sing every day, they are prayers. So it means that prayer, Vandanam, is an aspect of sadhana bhakti. And so even though we chant every day, we should also find some moment to sit before the spiritual master, his picture, or to stand before the Lordship, the deities, and offer a simple prayer. My dear Lord, please give me some taste. Keep telling Krishna every day, go before the deity and tell Krishna, my dear Krishna, I'm chanting your holy names, I'm not getting any taste. My dear Krishna, I'm hearing your pastimes, I'm not getting any taste. Please, give me some little taste. Try that and see the miracle that happens. Krishna will give you the taste. So we should pray. Why are all these great Vaishnavas, Vaishnavacharyas, why are they praying? And they've got volumes of books on prayer. Sharanagati, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, is all prayers. Such exalted personalities. Narottam Das Thakur, prayers. So therefore, we should chant. We should do all the things we need to do as devotees. But every day, we should create some time to sit in silence and offer prayers to the spiritual master, offer prayers to the Panchatattva, offer prayers to Gaur Nitai, offer prayers to Sri Sri Radha Paratasarati, offer prayers to Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, offer prayers to Sri Gaur Nitai, and ask them, please, give me some mercy. We should actually beg. My spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj, he wrote some books, the Beggar series. He said, devotee, you should beg. We should beg for mercy. If you are not begging for mercy, how can you get it? We have to beg. Every day, we should beg. Oh, hey, Vaishnav Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is singing. He's running after the Vaishnava. He's begging, please give me Krishna, please give me taste, please. We have to beg. So try this method. Try this strategy. Always begging, crying out. Actually, Srila Prabhupada says, our Krishna consciousness will be purchased with the tears that we shed. And he says that lolium, the greed to get Krishna consciousness attracts the mercy of the Lord. So, if we are not experiencing anything, Krishna's names are wonderful. I often recommend that if you are not experiencing anything, do a lot of kirtan. Do a lot of kirtan, dance and sweat. And the next day, chant and see whether your japa will not improve. That is my little experience. In the beginning of my Krishna consciousness, we used to do long kirtans. The Sundarati kirtan will start at 6:30, will end at 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock. First, it would appear like a punishment. The long kirtans. But gradually you develop some likeness for it. Gradually you begin to enjoy it. And even when the kirtan is about to stop, you want it to be prolonged. Because you are relishing the chanting and dancing. And then the next morning, you would see that when you chant the Hare Krishna mantra, you can hear it more clearly. You can feel it within your heart. And when you sit in the Bhagavatam class, you can actually taste the nectar that is flowing. So kirtan is the medicine for a modern man. If everything fails, kirtan does not fail. Try it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Panchang Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, when we hear to these classes, we get two emotions. We want to do more of bhajan, which is more japa, more kirtan, more hearing of lectures. But at the same time, we also should do service. Only sadhana won't help. We should do service.
Yes.
And some days we want to do more bhajan, but someone asks us, we have this service, can you help us with this service? But our mood says, no, today I want to do more of bhajan. So how to respond in that situation? Should we focus on our sadhana when we want actually want to do it in a heartfelt way, or should we go for service?
Both are necessary. Service is part of sadhana. You have to have a balance. Srila Prabhupada has given us a sandwich program. Early in the morning, we engage in sadhanas, attending programs in the temple, chanting japa, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And then, after that, we engage in some practical services, preaching, cooking, whatever, any service that would expand the mission. And then again in the evening, we come back, we take prasadam, we go back to kirtan, to arati, we're hearing. So this sandwich program, sadhana, service, sadhana. Hearing, service, hearing. That is the process Srila Prabhupada has given us. And so both are important. We cannot do one and leave one out. Of course, as one advances in Krishna consciousness, he can see which area he relishes more. That is there. As one advances in Krishna consciousness, you will see the area that gives you more pleasure, definitely. And so one may want to increase that. One may want to chant more rounds. So he wakes up early in the morning. He will be up by 1 o'clock. By 2 o'clock, he's chanting more rounds because he enjoys chanting. But it doesn't affect the rest of the service of the day. He only decreases his sense gratification. He decreases his sleep. He decreases his eating so that he can expand his pleasure of hearing. So both are necessary. Sadhanas are necessary. Services are necessary. Without service, how can the movement expand? Without service, how can we bring people to also experience what we are experiencing? If we are happy in Krishna consciousness, then the natural thing we should do is to share that happiness with others. But if we say we are happy and we don't want others to experience our happiness, then either we are selfish or we are not thinking right. We are not thinking right. But a devotee by nature is very liberal. Whatever we are experiencing as devotees, we want to share with others. So therefore, we must perform our sadhanas to purify our existence, and we must perform some services to give the opportunity to others to also get the mercy. So there must be a balance between sadhana and service.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji. And especially you are very emphasizing on the prayers and spoke very elaborately about the prayers and how the prayers can do a lot of magic. So Prabhuji, like how to apply this, because as Prabhupada says in 7.5.23.24 in the process of Vandanam, when a person is, when sadhaka is influenced by the Lord's transcendental qualities, then he offers prayers. So at the beginning stage as a neophyte, so how, even because that this time we are influenced by Maya.
Yes.
So that's why naturally that the prayers does not come from the heart. And even though we hear and so much of Acharya, we sing, and in fact whole morning program, evening program, everything is filled with prayers. And then I was contemplating myself that why I am not genuinely praying, and I need that. So how to cultivate this prayers in the neophyte stage, if you can.
Thank you. That's an important question. Very important question. Yeah, I once also asked the same question to my spiritual master, Bhakti Maharaj, that as a neophyte devotee, how do we pray? A neophyte devotee will simply pray for material things because he's not very mature. And Maharaj said, you don't need to offer your own prayer at a certain stage. What you need to do is read through all the prayers of the acharyas. You will find one prayer that suits your purpose. And you take that prayer. Because it's offered by an acharya. It has meaning. It attracts the Lord. So you go through all the prayers. There are unlimited prayers in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 1, Canto 2, Canto 3, Canto 4, Canto 5, Canto 6, Canto 7, Canto 8, Canto 9, Canto 10. Prayers everywhere. So we can always pick out some prayer that suits our purpose. And because it is a prayer of a very advanced devotee, if we offer that prayer, we will also get the mercy. Until we reach a certain level, that we can also coin our own prayers. Just like every morning we are singing the Samsara prayers. It is not our prayer. It's Lavishna Chakravarti Thakur's prayer. And we are singing. But we are getting some pleasure by singing that prayer every day. So, similarly, we can also look at other prayers from other scriptures. And any prayer that suits your purpose, you can also recite it every day. And by such recitation, you attract the mercy of the Lord. Hare Krishna. think at this point we will beg for to leave, right? My time is up, isn't it? I was supposed to speak for an hour. So can I take leave or I should still remain here? Maharaj, can I leave? Prabhu has left. Can I leave? Thank you. Hare Krishna.